EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, it's Benson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Stroud. Throw caught by Musgrave. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devon Achane, 40 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Play action. It's Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This now a 3rd and 4.
What? Man! That's hot! Middle.
This time Jackson will throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On the handoff, Benson running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Tony.
Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Benson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Alrighty. At 18. What's up?
He'll try again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Ravens, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Buchanan. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Jackson will keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
They're a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score in 10 seconds. 14. Ravens 7. Tyler Loop to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Touchdown, Houston! Jamison Williams, 59 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
A short throw caught by Andrews. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Hey, middle.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
37-yard line.
Come on. Middle. You change it.
They go play action now. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw again is Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Right to Texas. Hey.
A give left side for Benson. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 6.
Oh, hey.
They'll go again with Benson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Benson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Trey Benson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
35, Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
On the 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going deep for Bateman. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. Well, that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. And en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now Jackson. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Ravens, 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is and this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now Lamar changing the look.
It's a gain of 20. And a Raven first down.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
first down. A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second and 10, Jackson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with third and 9 looming.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
180! 180!
Jackson will throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he's going to step up and run. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
South. 19 Texas.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Achane on first and 10. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Stroud. And his man, it's Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And some room to maneuver. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
It's Williams on the catch. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll try and do this himself.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
A handoff here to Benson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They run over center with Benson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another run here with Benson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Set. Set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Tony.
And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.